My philosophy of teaching. That's an interesting concept. Teaching is fun. It should be fun. It can be fun. Teaching isn't about a power trip where I stand in front of a room having more knowledge than a bunch of people and try to impress them with how much I know. Teaching is about me acknowledging that the people in that room need what I can show them and tell them in order to become successful people. Teaching is about putting information into units that people can understand, they can grasp, they can remember, and most importantly, they can use. Teaching is not just about throwing dry facts out. We've all had the professor or the teacher who stood up there and said, in 1066, the Normans invaded England and Anglo-Saxon England was never the same, and then you're asleep. We've all been there. To be honest, we've probably all done it too. I know I have on occasion. Teaching should be an interactive process. A school is a log with a teacher on one end and a pupil on the other, and if it's done properly, those positions should be interchangeable. You should be able to learn from students as much as you teach to students. What do you learn from students? You learn how to present information so that they can grasp it. Maybe what you think you're doing is not working. You have to learn to read a room. You look around and you see people go like this, you know you're not reaching them. How can you reach people? Personally, I have some issues. I am a diagnosed high-functioning autistic. I don't like crowds, large groups of people, quite frankly, scare the living daylights out of me. I can manage as a professor because I'm in charge of the room, sort of. You're never really in charge of the room, but you can. What I can do is command the attention of the room. How do I do that? I use humor. I have fun when I teach. I do silly things, I say silly things, I tell jokes. Some of them are truly terrible jokes because, I'm a dad, so I tell dad jokes. I love dad jokes. They're so much fun to watch people go, oh, why? But humor allows you to keep a student focused towards you so that they pay attention towards you. It breaks up the monotony of just presenting information. In addition, I try to tell a story with information, not just present facts, but integrate the facts into a real-world scenario. I teach you this about embryology because in your profession you might see a person with this deficit because of something that happened embryologically, and part of your job is to be able to understand what that means for the person you're treating. I also try to use humor because it makes me feel better. I understand that there are needs for barriers between teacher and student, but I don't try to put any excess ones there. Students quickly learn. For many years, students have referred to me as mom. Stands for mean old man, which I really am. I'm terrible. I'm an ogre. Shrek has nothing on me. You have to be accessible. You have to let the students know that you're involved, that you care about the process, that what you're teaching matters to you, and by extension should matter to them, and also could be very well be important to them. Teaching is not just about recitation of facts. Teaching is not adversarial. Teaching is not a power trip. Teaching is about interacting with people who need what you know and learning to give it to them in such a fashion that they can do something with it. That's as good as I can give you for philosophy. I hope you all have a pleasant day and pleasant life and enjoy the heck out of whatever you're doing, because if you're doing something you don't enjoy, you shouldn't be doing it.